Hello everyone, welcome to GameTech UK and another truck driver video. Now I know full well the video that you're waiting for is the release date, and that is coming in just literally a matter of days. Until then I have got the new and final box art for Truck Driver that you're going to see when you go into your favourite retailer when it's released. Before we get on with that, top right of your screen will be a playlist popping up with all my Truck Driver video content in there. Feel free to check that out, subscribe to the channel, and also add me on Twitch as well, because that's where I'm going to be live streaming Truck Driver as soon as I can get my hands on the PlayStation 4 version. Right, let's get on with today's video. So one of the great things about covering indie games on the channel here is seeing the progression and seeing the improvement right from the start, right up to the point where they're released. And we've seen this quite a bit with Truck Driver, right from the very early box art, right up to the current box art, which I'm going to show you in a second, all through the announcement trailers up to the very latest trailer, and of course gameplay as well. So what I'm going to do in this video is going to be perfect if you didn't know about Truck Driver from the start and you've only just come into the game and thought, wow, there's a truck driving game coming to my console. Let's find out more about it. So what I'm going to do in this video is show you the very original box art to the second edition, right up until the third edition, which I'm going to show you, the brand new one, and then I'm going to leave you with all the trailers that we've had so far as well, just to bring you up to speed. So let's get on with the first box art. So here we see the very first box art, and I actually really like it. It's really striking. I love the way Truck Driver really stands out, but I suppose it doesn't tell much of a story. It could easily be a truck racing game, easily. So yeah, I can understand why they've moved on from this one, but I actually really liked this box art. Then we moved on to what is the current box art, and I really like this. It's got a real sort of AAA look to it, if anything. It looks quite cool. It shows off the fictional brands really well, and it literally says straight away, you know, you're not going to get DAF and Scania. These are our trucks, and look how cool they look. I love the loads. You've got the boat load there, and all the containers behind it. It looks really cool, attractive, makes you want to play the game, but especially top left, these trees and everything else behind are all from the old version of the map, so that's why we've moved on from this version. That brings us on to the final box art for Truck Driver. This is it. This is what you're going to see when you go into the store to pick the game up. I think it looks absolutely fantastic, and you can see the progression here. I love the shot of the red truck top right with the boat behind it and the lighthouse. I think the skybox is very classy and way better than the previous skybox. The trees bottom right are again better than the old map, because this is all taken from the new map, so that gives you an idea of the improvement on the actual map that we're going to be playing on. But I think it looks fantastic, and this is the final box art for Truck Driver. There you have it. Let me know in the comments section below what you think of that final box art. I'll be really interested to know your thoughts. That's it from me. I'm going to leave you now with every single trailer that we've had from Truck Driver so far, right from the initial release trailer right up until the latest one. So if you haven't seen all of them, this is the perfect time to get yourself a drink, just chill out and watch all the trailers in one place. That is it, everyone. I will see you in the coming days with the release date.
Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed that little teaser. My name is Remco and I'm the founder and CEO of Triangle Studios, a game development company from the Netherlands. And today we're happy to announce our second collaboration with Sodesco on a brand new game called Truck Driver.
Yes, and with Truck Driver we are aiming to get you the full truck driving experience. Now while the game has simulation aspects, we focus on your experience as a truck driver and how you interact with the local community. Now in the game you start out as a newbie, but your goal is to become an independent truck driver with your very own, fully customizable truck. And when you successfully complete a couple of jobs for someone, they'll trust you with heavier and more valuable cargo in the future. And that means Truck Driver is not just a game about driving from point A to point B. Finally, we also have great news for console-only players, because Truck Driver will be the first ever trucking experience to be available on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
That's right. And between our experience in having developed the previous game with Sodesco, we really have learned a lot. That's why with Truck Driver we'll be doing things a little bit differently, which means that we'll be releasing more videos and screenshots with you during the development of the game. We also want to involve the community more in the development process, which means that we'll be bringing Truck Driver to early access on Steam. And finally, we'll be involving more field experts to help us create the most realistic experience possible. One of those truck drivers is Hans.
Hallo, ik ben Hans. Ik ben vrachtwagenchauffeur voor 7 jaar en ik ben hier komen kijken naar de nieuwe game Truck Driver. Vanwege mijn 7-jarige ervaring hebben ze gevraagd of ik een feedback op de game kon geven die tot nu toe gemaakt is. En om verbeteringen in de game te krijgen. Het is een heel leuk game al. Er moet natuurlijk altijd nog wel een paar dingen aan gedaan worden. Die feedback heb ik gegeven en ja, degene die ervaring heeft of geen ervaring kan er natuurlijk ook heel veel van opsteken.
Alright, that's all we have for now. We hope you're just as excited for Truck Driver as we are. If you want to stay up to date on all the latest news on Truck Driver, follow us on social media. But for now, bye!
Goodbye.
Welcome again, my name is Remco, I'm the founder and CEO at Triangle Studios, and today I'm bringing you a long overdue update on the development of Truck Driver. The guys at Sudesco have sent me a couple of questions that you have been asking them, and my goal is to answer them for you. Of course, a couple of burning questions that a lot of people have been asking, so here we go. First question is, of course, in regards to the release date. When is the game coming? And I really understand that you all are having this question right now. So at the moment we are in the very final stages of development. We just want to make sure that everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing. All of the features are in, all of the bugs are squashed, and everything's nicely polished. Which means that we have still a while to go before we get to that stage. And once we do, we'll be able to finally announce that release date to you. So we ask you for some more patience and we hope to be able to announce something very, very soon. Second question is about the previous beta. Some of the people have had the ability and the opportunity to test the game, play it on their own systems and experience the game for what it is. And we've been getting some great feedback. So I wanted to share with you some details on what we did with that feedback. One of them is improvement of the overall truck. So you guys liked the direction that we were going in, but we wanted to take the additional step and add some more detail to the sound, to the feeling of the truck. So a couple of the bugs regarding the physics of the vehicle have been squashed and the feeling has been improved. So in regard to that beta, it's definitely a lot better than what it was. Secondly, the garage has had a complete overhaul. There's an area in the game where you can customize your vehicle, where you can choose bits and parts and make it better or tune it to your liking. During the beta we noticed that it wasn't really that intuitive to a lot of people, so we decided to overhaul it and create something that is a lot more intuitive to use and looks better on top of that. Finally, one of the biggest and largest or most labor intensive changes to the game compared to the people who've played the original beta is that we've decided to go with a completely new map. So the old map had some great ideas, but it ultimately wasn't just fun, or just wasn't fun to play. It needed a lot of work, so we decided to scrap all that and create something different entirely, which has a lot more variety when it comes to the landscape, a lot more variety when it comes to the different buildings and the different areas that you can drive through. It's a compact experience, but I think it has a lot of diversity and a lot of stuff for you guys to explore, so we hope that you enjoy it. Hi everyone, welcome back to another long overdue update on Truck Driver. So in today's video I wanted to dig a little bit into some of the specifics on what we've been doing and what we've been changing to the game, and get in a little bit more detail. And some of these things have been asked by you, the community, which by the way we've been following your responses on the Discord. Thanks for all your great support. So there's a couple of things that I'll dive into and give you a little bit of a better explanation of what we've been doing, what we've been changing. And the first one that I wanted to dig into is actually the parking system. So as you do missions in Truck Driver, you'll get to a point where you will deliver your cargo. And of course, parking a cargo is part of finishing the job, and it's something that you want to do right. Well, we figured out that for some players, they have a little bit more patience when it comes to parking their trailer, whereas others park it straight away and get ready for the next mission. So we actually had to come up with a happy medium, and what we've done is that we created a parking indicator, where if you arrive at your destination, the area where you are supposed to park your trailer, it will pop up, and depending on the type of mission, sometimes parking is a little bit easier or sometimes a little bit more difficult. You can then drive your truck into the parking zone, and you will see a progress bar counting up to 100%. If you park it perfectly, you get the highest reward. If you start parking and you get up to like 50 or 60%, your reward is going to be a little bit less. Depending on how far you want to take it, how much time you want to spend parking your truck, you can continue to give it your best effort and see how far along you want to take it. So we've, in our experience, this is a very great way for everybody to have a good solution to the problem. If you just want to move on quickly, you can just park the trailer straight away. Actually, you don't even have to go near the parking area. If you're super lazy and just want to park it straight away and get back to the next mission, you can do that as well. But if you want to practice your parking skills, there's a great way for you to do that in Truck Driver. So next item on the list is the garage, and I briefly touched upon this in the previous video. And we came up with a system that basically, it was you could go down the entire hierarchy of the truck, and there was so much detail, but the thing is that people got lost in that UI. So we basically revamped that entire user interface and the flow, and it's something that we did based on the input that you guys gave during the beta, and we've been working with Sudesco and getting this where it needs to be. We feel that it's just much nicer right now. It just takes a couple seconds to outfit the truck in the way that you want, and to get an overview of which parts that you're able to unlock and then purchase. And it's just a much better feeling, much better vibe. In addition to that, the place where you customize your truck is actually built like a garage. And we've tried to make that look a little bit cool. So there's tools up around everywhere. You can spin the camera around your truck so that you can view everything in detail. And it's just, I personally have a lot of fun tweaking my truck to exactly what I want it to look like, and I hope you guys will enjoy that part of it as well. Finally, I think that it's good to point out how we went about upgrading the map to where it is now. So in the previous video I explained to you that hey, initially we built a world that we weren't happy with, and we decided to scrap the entire world and build something new. So you have to understand that building a game world is one of the biggest tasks in the entire project, and for us to scrap what we had at the beta stage of the game is a pretty big decision in the project. And
I think this is also one of the reasons why the development of the game has taken a little bit longer, but in the end I'm happy that we took that decision because the quality of the game is just so much better. It's much more fun to drive around in the world, and it wouldn't have been fun with the old world. So that's definitely a huge improvement. In the end, it is a fictional world, and to come up with a road layout that looks believable in a fictional world is actually something that's quite difficult. So we had to plan how our roads would go and how to come up with ways to drive to different villages in ways that are fun, even if you do it a couple of times for different missions. And finally, I think I wanted to say thanks for all your patience. We understand that communication has been very little over the past couple of weeks, and I know that you guys have been waiting for developer updates. Please know that the process of getting the game tested, getting the performance up to the right level, making sure that there are no bugs or crashes or anything like that is quite a long process. And sometimes you get to a point where you feel confident, and we send builds, we share them with Sodesco, and they do their checks, and they find still some issues with the game that we just need to look into. I mean, it's difficult to be this open about the development of a game, but please understand that the entire team wants you guys to have a good experience and wants you to enjoy the game. So thank you again for that patience. Thank you for sticking with us in the Discord. Keep posting those memes. We will check them all, and hopefully we'll have a laugh, and hopefully soon, very soon, we'll have some news about the release of the game.